Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I'm working here again with dowsing. We're using the pendulum yet again today. So I'm going to use this to select some cards for you. So we're going to look at the moon cards as part of this. So let's just check again. So when we look at the pendulum, let's get the pendulum. So just asking it for show us yes. Okay, so yes is round and round. And show us no. No is forwards and back. Okay, right. So I want you to just think of a question right now. Think of something that's on your mind at this time. And we're going to see what the pendulum says first of all. So just think about a simple question, a simple yes or no answer. State your question now 3 times, either mentally to yourself or out loud. Okay, it's a yes. So we're getting yes again on this one. So now I'm going to use the pendulum to pick us a moon card. So I'm just going to move to the side slightly. Where do I do this? How do I do this? So I'm going to put them out like that. Can you see? Can you see them? And we're going to just place this around here. So as it goes, so which card relates to our yes answer on there? So that's saying no. No. Oh, that's no. We're almost there. See where we can get to. Oh, there's a big chunk of yeses over there. Okay, so we're over here somewhere. I'm going to pull these ones forwards. Not that one, not that one, not that one. I think it might be that one. Yeah, so it is this one. And we have illuminate. So let me just move those out of the way so I can sit back down on there. So we've got the word illuminate on here. So that's in relation to your yes. So whatever your question was, this is about illumination. So this is potentially something that you have had an aha moment with. It's come into your mind. It's made you realize, like, yes, this is the answer. This is what I need. This is what I want. This is where I'm going with this. So that is what illuminate is telling us on here. So we're going to clarify this card with the runes. We're going to see what this is meaning at this time. Because for many of you, it feels like you have been awoken to something that you didn't really realise before. It's like an intuition that's kind of come through, something that's kind of awoken you to an idea that perhaps wasn't in your mind before. So very interesting. And it's a bit like breaking illusions. So when you break an illusion, you can't really go back from that point. It's like once you've seen something, you can't unsee it. So let's see what the runes are telling us on here. We've got Algiz. So Algiz is about boundaries. So maybe you need to have some protection and boundaries between yourself and somebody else. This came out, I think, in a reading maybe yesterday or today. For many of you, I feel like this is to do with somebody around you that perhaps is trying to portray a way of protecting you, or, you know, telling you that they're doing this for your own good, or they're looking out for you or looking after you. And actually something in your intuition or something's been illuminated for you to see that you're kind of thinking, actually, are you though? Are you really? Or actually, are you stopping me? And that's what this feels like with Algiz, is like this realization that actually there needs to be perhaps potentially a boundary set there between yourself and somebody else who maybe has their own interests at heart. Let's see what we have on here. Oh, we have Athala. So this could be to do with a family member. This Athala is about family. It's kind of like can relate to things that we inherit from our ancestors or from our family members, things like that. So I do feel for many of you, this is actually a family member, and it might be somebody that perhaps is showing up traits that perhaps you used to have but don't anymore, or how you used to be but aren't anymore. And this person kind of wants you to stay, you know, if you're kind of growing and evolving and changing things that you do in the way that you are, there will be people in your life, especially siblings, or just family members, that, you know, they want the version of you that they know, that they remember, that makes them feel comfortable. Even if that version of you wasn't particularly healthy, that's what they remember, that's what they know. So they will always try and find ways to bring that version of you out. And that can be frustrating. It can trigger you as well sometimes. But ultimately, people do that because it brings them comfort. It's not because they think that's the right thing for you. And many people are doing it without even realising they're doing it. But I feel like this with you, it's about having a boundary with a family member. It's about having boundaries with somebody very close to you at this time. Okay, because there's something here that you want to take a leap of faith towards, or take a chance on. Perthrow is a rune, like a gambler's rune, so it's kind of like where there's a risk to be taken. So maybe you're in a situation where there's a risk you can take, and maybe people are trying to put you off taking that risk, because maybe if it's to do with money or something like that, they might be like, oh, you're going to lose money though. They're not believing in you to be able to do this, and it's frustrating for you because you know that you can. And that's potentially why we got that yes with the pendulum before. It's like it's been illuminated for you to see clearly, actually, this is the right way. This is the right path to take a leap of faith on. And the pendulum has confirmed that for you. It's given you that yes card to go ahead with it. So what are you waiting for? What are you really allowing to stop you? Is it other people's opinions and what they think is going to happen? And maybe in the back of your head, there's a fear there of like, well, if it does backfire or doesn't go right, they're going to be right and I'm going to be wrong. Well, so what? And I do feel for many of you, you don't realise just how much, if this is coming through your intuition, you have been illuminated and awoken to this particular way forward or idea, or you've seen clearly something that needs to change. How can it go wrong? It's been shown to you. So it's been shown to you for a reason. Things don't happen like that by accident. It's for a particular reason. And if there's an opportunity arising for you, can you really afford to miss that opportunity? Imagine what you would feel like, for instance, how would it affect that person if you didn't go for this? It wouldn't affect their life at all, would it? Whether you did or you didn't, really. But how would it affect you if you don't go for it? You would constantly then go through your life wondering what would have happened, how that would have gone. So let's have a look into the tarot, shall we? Let's see how this is going to go. So this yes that we have and what's been illuminated on here, how is it going to go? What's going to happen? Because we all like a little bit of reassurance, don't we? If we've got an idea of something, how is it going to pan out? Am I going to be okay for it? And if this is a real gamble for you, or a real risk, then you need to know that you're going to be okay, don't you? Whoa. Okay. I might take those actually. So we've got the 3 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. So yeah, there's an opportunity here, what this is telling me, that you have the opportunity. It's looking like a collaboration or friendship or something, bringing some people together, being part of something that seems quite healthy and wholesome. 6 of Cups in reverse, this is the regret one. This is about somebody that kind of like is looking back over the past. And I feel like this has come out to show you, it's kind of like regrets from the past though, as it's in the reverse position. If it was that way up, it would be like reminiscing, you know, over rose tinted glasses. Whereas this is more sort of like, I've been in this position before and I didn't take a chance and I missed out. I'm not going to let that happen again. So I feel like this is what is being exposed to you on here. And this is about you owning your own way forward, knowing what is right for you, not being told by those around you who really it isn't going to affect their life whether you go for it or not, is it? This is what you want. This is about you. Now, we've got the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of here. There's a feeling of being out of time. It's like, can you see there's like an egg time on the bottom of there? This is about sort of like where you've perhaps taken a lot of time analysing and trying to process, trying to work out, you know, like looking over what you've grown so far, what you've done, what you've achieved so far. And sort of like, you know, there's something about that that's bringing, you know, you are going to be rewarded for this. It's like, there is definitely, you know, with the Seven of Coins on there, it's almost like this is in your subconscious mind. You know that this is going to be fortunate. You know that this is like the direction that you need to take. Because Seven of Pentacles does represent change in direction, as well as it's almost like you've gone so far with something, you need something to change now. You need something new. But you'll go in there with all of the coins that you've gained, that you've developed, that you've grown. Okay. So this is looking good so far. Can always change. No, I'm joking. So let's see, what is the outcome here? What is going to happen for you? Ooh, so we've got the Ace of Wands. So this is like creative ideas, new ideas, things that you've manifested. It's got a real inspiration to it. Now, the name Rose or Roses might be important to you. I'm getting that seal song now, you know, Kissed by a Rose on a Grave. And it almost looks like a horseshoe on there as well. So it's almost like a good luck charm. It's like, this is, I feel like whatever this idea is, or whatever you're going towards, maybe you met a gypsy called Rose or something and she's blessed your path. Maybe look for her. But this is definitely about something that you are inspired by, that is manifesting for you. This is a way forward. It's a new idea. And the Ace of Wands is kind of like an energy of, I always think like the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands kind of represents this sort of like taking a chance. And it's almost like you've got that fire within you. Let it drive you forward, because that's what it seems to be wanting to move towards. And there's definitely something about like companionship within that as well. Okay. So let's have a look on here. There is an element though I'm feeling from this, is one of the fears that's coming through is about procrastination, or not following through on ideas. And maybe that's the fear, that your family member has. It's almost like, oh, you never follow through on things though. You never complete things, or you're going to do this now, but you did that before and this is what happened. And we all know what's going to happen because that's what always happens. And I think you're getting a bit fed up of people judging you based off your past experiences. They're not seeing this version of you that's there now. And that's probably pissing you off, I imagine. So let's see. Come on, let's have a little bit more information about the way forward on here. How is this going to go? You've got the Page of Cups on there. So there's a little bit of naivety within you, but I think that's a good thing, if I'm honest. Be naive. Go forward like that. What will be, will be. But if you don't take chances and you don't move forward, you can only really expect more of the same, can't you? Oh, okay. So now we've got another ace, and we've got the Ace of Swords this time. So again, we've got new ideas. We've got new things coming in. Oh, and this is almost like if you look there, it looks like a dead rose on the top. Like, who killed Rose? Poor gypsy. What I would say with this is you've had to deadhead some flowers recently. Some things just weren't really growing right, weren't really feeling right. And I do feel that there's been some form of manipulation around that, maybe like a mental manipulation and emotional as well. And it's almost like somebody's decided, I'm the king of my own life and I'm going to take charge of this. And this is kind of like with illumination there, it's like somebody's had this like, I know what I need to do. And some form of communication is potentially what this taking a chance is about. So it's like you started to communicate that maybe internally first of all with yourself, but you're starting to realise there's, you know, a way forward for you. A way forward for you and success as well. But I just got an image there of somebody saying like the truth is coming out. And that's what's being illuminated here, is like there's a truth that needs to come out. I'm getting what I'm getting from that is, imagine somebody, I'm going to use relationship as this. Imagine somebody, you look at, actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to use Father Ted. Do you remember, I don't know if you've ever watched Father Ted, but there was a couple that owned a shop on Craggy Island, and they were always like to the public, like, oh, how are you doing? And they were all cheerful. And then when nobody was there, they'd be like punching each other, kicking each other, stabbing each other, and really awful. But they would pretend to everybody else everything was rosy. There's an energy of that, I feel, around this, that perhaps in the past you have hidden the truth from people and made out things are okay when they're really not. And what's been illuminated for you right now is the fact that actually I'm not going to pretend anymore. I need to be open about this. I need to let this be seen and be known. And I do feel that there is some form of you reaching out and communicating that truth. I've got the Knight of Cups on the bottom of here. So this to me is, it's almost like a bit of a romantic story, in the sense of it's like somebody being saved, somebody being rescued on an emotional level. And maybe that's what you need right now. Maybe that is what you are looking for. And maybe you didn't think that was available to you, but it's looking like actually you taking this chance based on what you've seen, what you know is happening here, that actually is very much the case. And you've kind of had this realisation that there is that there. So let's see the final outcome of this then. What is your final outcome on here? Now, just to let you know, if you do want to look further into this, I do personalised readings, so you can get in touch anytime you like, and on email, obviously, and I'll respond when I can, to book in for a personalised reading. Sorry, just this card's come out, and yeah. This is all happening very fast for you, and the Chariot signals victory. So that yes that you had, and all of the cards that have come out about this, is so much about a yes. Go for it. Move forward. Do not delay. Do it now. That's what this is all telling you. The Chariot can sometimes be about travel as well, and it's almost like, you know, taking yourself to new places, seeing new things, doing new things. It's like that, the balancing act between, you know, having some fun and being responsible, that kind of thing. But yeah, this is like very hasty indeed. But it's almost like you know the answer is there in your intuition, you know this. And Perthrow is kind of like telling you to take that chance. Stop listening to people that are trying to hold you back, because, you know, I'm sure they love you, I'm sure they think they're doing the best for you, but they're actually holding you back from moving forward. So I'm going to leave this reading here for you tonight. And like I say, if you would like to explore this further, then please do get in touch for a personalised reading and we can look into this in more depth. And I will wish you a blessed evening.